Welcome back to the Hills Football League Male Medal Night here in Hahndorf, and here with a very special guest from Lobethal Football Club, Cooper Skinner. Cooper, how you going?
Good, thanks, mate.
That's good. Just firstly, fresh off a great win in the elimination final, what was the feeling like throughout the team this week and on Sunday?
Yeah, stoked, mate. We've had some great clashes with Hahndorf over the years, so it's come away by a point again, another close one. Got us up and about, and another big challenge this week, so can't wait.
Yeah, and obviously it was the first time you played Hahndorf since the 2022 Premiership. Was that spoken about beforehand? I know I asked the same question to Jack Stafford, but yeah.
Not too much, really. Both teams have changed a fair bit since then, and I think we were playing a little bit differently, and they were too, so looking at some different matchups and things, so not too much brought up from there, yeah.
And also, you spoke about the teams have changed a little bit. Who are some of the players that impressed you from Lobethal this season?
I've got a few young fellas coming up. So Will Tagg, who is a junior at the club, has come back from Williston. He's been really good on a wing this year, good young fella. You got Tanner King, my brother Torsten, Dylan, even just like all the King boys. There's a real good group of blokes, about 20 to 23, ready to go. So it's really exciting.
And also, talk about your season, a very versatile players, and your positioning this season. Just to give our viewers a bit of an insight on that.
Changes week to week. Been up forward, been down back, but chopping out in the ruck too, with Big Jim going down early near, unfortunately. So, when Dicko's away, usually having to put the shin guard on and jump in the ruck, but settling down back at the moment, yeah.
It was one of my questions about being in the ruck. Had you played in the ruck before?
Rucked in juniors for a little bit, just seemed to be the tallest, play as an extra mid. But I was always just sort of the second change, chop out. Bit of experience against some other ruckmen in the comp too, so maybe using some of those things I learnt throughout the years. But
yeah. And how's it to have someone like Charlie Dixon at the football club on the field and also off the field as well, mate?
Mate, it's unbelievable. You watch him on the TV and then suddenly he's coming down teaching you things that other people haven't given you perspective on before. As a defender, I had to play on him at training a fair bit early, and just his body positioning and things like that, and he just grab you aside and give you some little tips. So, mate, he's fantastic on the field, fantastic off the field, and yeah, hopefully we can get him stick around next year.
Yeah, and obviously he's one of the contenders along with, from your club, Peter Banton, and also James Collins as well. They've had great seasons?
Oh, all three of them have had fantastic seasons. I think they'll all get a few 3 voters each, and then we'll see how they go through the rest of the games. But I think they all still vote off each other sometimes.
Yeah. Fair enough. And you did mention it firstly, but yeah, big game coming up against Mount Lofty at Blackwood this Sunday.
Oh, huge. We're very excited. The good thing about the elimination final is you do win and you come off a team that's come off a loss. So hopefully we can keep that momentum building into this Sunday, and we've had some good history at Blackwood over the years, so hopefully we can keep that good vibes going there. Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time. Have a good night and good luck on Sunday.
Thanks, JJ. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Cooper. Back to you guys.
Welcome back, 2025 HFL medal count, male medal count, I should say, and we're joined by HFL President Travis Lynn. Travis, good night expected?
Yeah, very good night. Like a brand new arena that we've got here as well. So the hall that we've got up here at the Discovery Parks is magnificent. Like the first time I've seen it for a function like this, but it looks magnificent. Sam's done a great job with the balloons organising and all that. So counts are close from what I've heard, but I don't know the winners at the moment. So it'll be a great night had by all.
What people who are watching on the live stream, obviously we're on the YouTube, HFL Media and the Call of the Wild and the Hills Football League Facebook page. What can they expect tonight?
You can expect a really good night. Pistol's hosting it again, as he did last year. He's got a lot of info on the players and stuff like that, and we're just looking for a really good night.
And the finals, so far so good in terms of turnouts and the matches that we've had?
The turnouts have been huge. Like the gate takings are up on last year. If you watch that women's final that you guys did, the crowd that was around that, and even at Mount Barker last weekend, I was up there and there was a crowd in front of the cricket pitches. So the crowds are up, and we just need a bit better weather and what take us through.
I think we get that this weekend.
Yeah, so 25 I heard on Saturday. So Lobethal should be a huge crowd, and then Blackwood for Div 1, and then obviously we're at Gummaraka for the prelim final, which you've got lots of different sides in there. and that A-grade contest there will be hugely pivotal for both clubs.
So tonight we got the A's, B's, C grade count, and also the HFLW. So it's all packed into one show.
Yep. So both the A-grade and the senior women will have a full count, where the B-grade and the C-grade will get their top vote getter up for each club. And then we've got leading goal kickers as well as the coach of the year, the Owen Lamshed club pennant of the year. So that's the first time we've given that out this year after Owen's sad passing last year.
Yep.
So eventful night. So we're looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks, Trav. Have a great night. We'll be back shortly on the stream.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Hills Football League medal count, and here at Hahndorf, and here with past winner 2023 HFLW Best and Fairest winner Ellie Haylock. Ellie, how you going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Just a question: how is it to walk in this room, as a past recipient of the HFLW Best and Fairest?
How is it?
Like obviously won it before. How is it to walk in this room?
Oh, it's cool. It's always a privilege to be here. It's just nice to be part of it because it's, I love watching all the McGarry medal, all the real footy, not real footy stuff, but you know what I mean, like the big footy stuff. And so it's cool to just be a part of it and watch what's going on.
Yeah, good stuff. And obviously, flashback to 2023. Just describe the feeling it was like when you won it.
Oh, surprise, shock, excitement. It was really cool. But yeah, it was really special that year because obviously we won the grand final this year. It's a bit whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, not whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been nice if we had a good result the other weekend. So, yeah.
You had a great season individually, being the best players 9 times this year. Just take us through your role and in the team, positioning and all that sort of thing.
I'm in the midfield. This reward is always for midfielders, right? But yeah, I've just been in the midfield, and I'm vice captain at our club. And yeah, my role's just been to go out and play my game every week, which is predominantly see ball, get ball. And yeah, I just kind of try and go in without expectations and just play the game because I love it. So
yeah, good stuff. And who's some of the players at Blackwood that have really impressed you this season? Blackwood has a great juniors girls program and women's program in general.
I think someone who's shone outside of their, just gone unbelievable is Lily Dunstall-Bruce. She is a young one coming through. She's playing the South Adelaide development side, but I would be very surprised if she doesn't get into the league team next season, from the get-go, because I don't know what's happened to her. Not in a good way. She's developed beyond sight, so I think she's done well.
Well, she took some great intercept marks in the grand final, didn't she? So.
Yeah, and she's been doing it all season. Very strong.
Good stuff. And obviously, who do you think are some of the contenders tonight? Obviously, you're a contender yourself, so yeah.
Paddy from Onkers, 100%. But it'll be real interesting because Arabella has been so strong over the last, since she's been in this comp. So they've obviously we've got 2 very strong groups from there. A few from Hahndorf, I reckon. I don't know how many games they've played, but some of the girls that have played in the country championship, the Hahndorf team, I thought really stood out throughout the season as well. When we first came against Hahndorf the first round, I was taken by surprise because they'd improved so much, and it was due to a few key players. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone from Hahndorf pops up too.
Well, congratulations on your season, and thanks for the chat.
Thank you. No worries.
Back to you guys.
Welcome back, 2025 HFL male medal count for 2025. I just said that twice, didn't I? Anyway, it's the country division medal count, Division 1 medal count, and also the HFLW medal count. Let us know where you're watching from, who you think's going to win. We got leading goal kickers coming up as well, life members. As you can see, Hutto doing a bit of a pan of the room right now. If you'd like to tune in, we're on the YouTube, on the HFL Media YouTube channel. Also on the Call of the Wild Facebook page and the Hills Football League Facebook page. Pistols are ready to roll shortly with the emceeing. Great crowd in the house. All right.
All right, hi everyone. Jeff Stoll is my name, and it's my pleasure once again to be your MC tonight for the 2025 HFL presentation night. That may be a touch of familiarity, but as we break some new ground in a new environment here tonight. In fact, old habits die hard. I believe there was actually some people who actually nearly or have gone to the old mill and found that they're either a bit early, everyone else is late. So, yeah, just a bit of a side thing. But I can tell you, It's not the first time this venue has been used for a HFL presentation night. Back in 1996, it was known as Hoxton's and hosted the awards night, where John Brumpton and Red Clovier added to the medal total as they shared the Division 1 male medal, and current Kersbrook coach Kane Powse won the first of his trifecta of Division 2/country male medals. And yes, Kane, your hair was longer and the beers were cheaper way back then, long time ago. Fast forward some 29 years and we are here to celebrate the leading performers of the HFL's 59th season. Since the two divisions were introduced in 1979, a total of 41 players have won the Division 1 medal and 40 in the Division 2/country ranks. So we await the additions of the honour board later in the evening. Officially welcome you here tonight, those in attendance and also those watching the global stream through the Call of the Wild on HFL Media. I remind you that this is a properly constituted meeting of the Hills Football League. Also, a couple of housekeeping things. Can you turn your mobile phones on to silent or turn them off, please? And also the toilets down in the back left-hand corner there, should the need arise. All right, we have some apologies. The Sunday Mail, Andrew Bailey from Work Locker, David Thorne of Sharon, board members Tim McAvaney and Ryan McArdle, Trent Shorland from Harcourt Real Estate, life members David Feckner, Glenn Sickerdick, Glenn Thompson, and commissioners Julianne Kaisler, John Higginson and Harry Noonan. But we must welcome our special guests, Damien McCann from Community Football, Aaron Russ, Ford Mount Barker, representatives of the Courier newspaper, Bill and Lara Pizamolis from Sports Power Mount Barker, medal sponsors Alan Tearley from the Blair Hotel, Will and Beck Lamshed are here to present something special a bit later on, and all HFL commissioners and life members, welcome to them. We must thank the league sponsors once again for their magnificent support throughout the year. The naming rights sponsor Work Locker, the Courier newspaper, Sharon, Sports Power Mount Barker, and also HFL Media major supporters supporting the great coverage of streaming of community football. That's Harcourt's Real Estate, Ford, Mount Barker, Lowe's Meat Co, Print, Wrap and Pack. And we must mention all the sponsors of the final Siren who keep that publication going in a tribute to the great man Owen Lamshed. One of the few leagues in country South Australia does have a match day program, so we thank all the sponsors of the final Siren who keep that bubbling along. All right, senior presentation night tonight, but during the week, well, Monday night in fact, we had the underage presentations which were held at Balhanna, and just want to acknowledge the junior medalists. In the under-14 girls, we had Scarlett Kay of Blackwood Football Club with 30 votes. Division 1 mini colts went to Emmett O'Keefe from Nairn Bremer United with 27 votes. Country Division mini colts, Hayden Clark from Meadows with 30 votes. In Division 1 junior colts, Blake Webber Mount Barker with 28 votes. Under 17 girls went to Charlotte Copson of Mount Barker Football Club with 19 votes. It's actually her fourth best and fairest in a row. She's won 2 previous in under 14s and now a second on the trot in under 17 girls. So a big future for Charlotte, I'm sure you agree. And Country Division senior colts, and a quite an emotional win here for Trent Butters Doofy, 21 votes from the Kersbrook Football Club. And Division 1 senior colts, Aidan Vergara from Onka Valley Football Club with 26 votes. So it'd be nice if we show our appreciation. During the year we had the Courier Cup competition, and the winners in Division 1 A grade were the Nairn Bremer United Football Club. Country Division A grade was won by the Macclesfield Football Club. And interestingly, the competition started way back in 1984. That's the first time those two particular clubs have won their A-grade divisions in their A-grade title in their particular division. So well done to them. Another bit of history. And also in the B grade, in Division 1, Uraida Districts won the Courier Cup B grade, and then a double in Division 2 went to the Mighty Bloods, Macclesfield Football Club. So well done. Also during the season, the Hills Football League participated in the Interleague and the Country Championships, and we must thank all the coaches, assistant coaches, team managers and trainers who made themselves available, and congratulations to Ryan Turner of Uraida Districts, who won the Rob Clovier medal as the best player in the River Murray game, so well done to Ryan. and also Eastern Zone and State Country Championships, and we were fortunate enough to have 5 playing representatives in the selected state team. Troy Parker-Bowes, Joel Parker-Bowes, Tyson Hone, Jesse Landers and Jacob Collins all represented South Australia against West Australian country, so well done to them. And also, we must mention one of our fans on the Call of the Wild, Morgan, The Price is Right. He was selected as the umpire at the State Country Championships up in Port Pirie, so another accolade for someone from the Hills Football League. So well done to Morgan Price. All right, we'll get into our first presentations for the evening, and I'd like to ask Bill Pesamolis from Sports Power Mount Barker to come up and present the goal kicking awards, please. So, Bill, we bring you a crate. All right, as is the norm, ladies first, so we'll start with the HFLW Senior Goal Kicking Award from the Onka Valley Footy Club. They spoke the pool this year, Cara Feubig, with 28 goals. So, Cara, would you like to come forward, please? Yes. Well done, Cara. All right, Division 2B grade, and Blake has had a fair bit of A grade experience. In fact, he probably played majority of the season early on in the senior side, dropped back, but still showed his prowess to win the B grade goal kicking. Onka Valley in the Division 1, Jake Adcock, 30 goals. It's like a scene from Twins, isn't it? All right, Division 2 B grade, the goal kicking accolades go to the Macclesfield Football Club through the agency of Sam Ryan, 46 goals. All right, the C grade competition this year scored a bit of a scoring bonanza because we have joint winners, both kicking 53 goals for the season, regarding they do play a lower amount of minor round games, so pretty good effort. 53 goals shared by Sam Tonkin Blackwood Football Club and Henry Pedler Hahndorf Football Club. All right, moving along to A grade, country division, and he's had a pretty successful first year at the club, topping the goal kicking, and also is going to be lining up in the grand final in a couple of weeks. For Macclesfield, as I said, 77 goals, Blake Carter. And Division 1 goal kicker, still a pup when it comes to footy. I think it was only his second full year of senior football, but bobbed up again amongst the goals. Hahndorf Football Club, 52 goals, Noah Prenzler. Thank you very much, Bill. Another big job, Bill. All right, brings us to the Coach of the Year, and just want to acknowledge the Junior Coach of the Year was presented on Monday night and was taken by Daryl Sowerby from the Blackwood Senior Colts. Well done him. He also coaches regularly Interleague under 18, so well done to Daryl, the Junior Coach of the Year. All right, at this stage, for the first time this evening, I'd like to invite our President up, Travis Lynn, who will do the presentation as Senior Coach of the Year. And, well, boys, you might have to cut this in half, but fantastic when you think of it. Last year they finished 6th, this year they're into the grand final, won the Courier Cup. One loss so far. Joint effort, co-coaches Neil Reeves and Jonathan Fitzgerald from the Mackie Footy Club. Thank you, Travis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our first segment of awards. I think main course is just about to come out, so we'll be back shortly with the rest of the awards for the next section. Thank you very much.
What's coming up next, should I say? Welcome back. HFL Male Medal Count 2025. So there you have it, first part of the medal count. Well done to all the award recipients. Just having a bit of a break now. I think there's a bit of food coming out. Hopefully everyone's having a great night at home watching on the live stream, either on the YouTube channel, which is the HFL Media YouTube channel. You can hook that up to your television, laptop, phone. Also on the Call of the Wild Facebook page and the Hills Football League Facebook pages as well. Let us know who you think is going to win the male medal count in the different comps tonight, whether it's A grade, B grade, C grade, HFLW. Send them through. In the meantime, we'll just have a bit of a break. Some highlights from throughout the season, and we'll be back shortly on the 2025 HFL male medal count. Welcome back, HFL male medal count for 2025. I'm just here at the Mount Barker table with Daniel Lackenby. Lackers, what are we eating here?
I'll tell you what I'm not eating, Ben, is steak. Alternate drop, and there's 6 blokes in a row here eating steak. So I'm left with chicken, unfortunately.
You got the whiskey glazed chicken breast, glazed skin or on breast, Dijon, pomme puree, roasted veg, and golden gravy.
The whiskey's the best part.
Fantastic. Talking of taste, what was your taste buds of 2025 for the Roos?
Or bitter, Ben, bitter.
Frustrated?
Yeah, very frustrating year for us, mate. Unfortunately, it was a year of promise early. We thought we had a side that was capable of doing a great deal more, but unfortunately we're just a little bit too inconsistent.
And I guess the mutual agreement after that incredible game against Lobethal, well, firstly that final round match against Lobethal, what were your thoughts on that?
Pretty crazy way to finish. It was really enjoyable to get the win, and particularly with the side we had on the park, but don't mean a great deal, especially the Lobie boys. They're playing next week, so it's irrelevant really, but enjoyable nonetheless.
And good bunch of young lads, so they'll be set up for years to come.
Fantastic, mate. So we had 3 lads 18s play that game. We've played 7 this year from the under-18s, so there's a wealth of talent. We're pretty excited with the future.
And finals, how are we looking?
I don't really give a shit about
No, the Roos.
finals,
The Roos, how are we looking in the final?
Nah, we're looking good. So, C-grade play for a spot in the granny on Friday night.
Yep.
Rezzies play on Sunday at Blackwood versus Uradler. And the kids get to have a run around on the Saturday. So we're at Lobethal for the 16s and the 18s, and the 14s also play on the Sunday. So looking forward for them to bounce back too. They've had a good season.
And Samuel Callens, George Pope, Lockie Murphy here. Expect those lads to get a few votes?
Yeah, I think Samuel will go well. I don't think we've won enough games. We finished 6 and 10. I don't think we won enough games to for him to win it, but he traditionally polls well. George getting votes is embarrassing, to be brutally honest, so pretty much proves that we don't get a great deal of votes.
Great honesty. I'll let you get back to the chicken. And, have a good
No
night.
mistake. Thanks, mate. Good on you, mate.
work.
Thank you.
Well, Lackenby, good man.
All right, the next presentation is for life membership of the Hills Football League. And at this stage of the evening, I'll hand over to my colleague from Call of the Wild, HFL Media, who knows the guy pretty well. He's got a bit of a background on him, so we'll allow him to do the actual presentation. So, Benny Goldfinch, come up to the stage.
All right. Thanks, Pistols. All righty. The next inductee as life member of the Hills Football League played 267 A-grade games for the Hahndorf Magpies and has played 284 senior games in total. He played in 9 A-grade grand finals in a row between 2015 and 2023 for a record equalling 6 premierships. Regarded amongst the best players of the 21st century in SA country football, he is also a Hahndorf life member. Going head-to-head against the best forwards in the competition, his teammates have referred to him as the GOAT. A best and fairest winner twice and runner-up twice, his ability to read the play in defence in the defensive half of the ground was backed up by his strength to break free of tackles, spoil with power and strong intercepting marking ability. He progressed from modified football initially under Rob Wild and Craig Asmus and coming from the Littlehampton Primary School Football Academy. Playing underage football at Sturt, where he rucked in an under-17s premiership, playing alongside names like Angus Monfries, Daniel Pearce and Ben Eckerman. Get a few beers into him as well, and he'll gladly tell you he got best of field for South Australia in an under-16 state game against Western Australia, opposed to none other than Lance Franklin. After winning an under-19s best and fairest for Sturt without training and spending a season playing with his stepbrother Phil at Flinders Park, he returned to Hahndorf in 2008, initially under the guidance of Gary Carlson, followed by Trevor Potts, Craig Smith and Matt Golding. Several preliminary final defeats eventually led to a breakthrough A-grade flag in 2015, setting up a decade of dominance. Retiring after the 2023 A-grade grand final, he featured in Hahndorf's C-grade flag in 2024. This season, he has spent time in the B-grade, guiding the next generation of Magpies on the field and also as an under-9s modified coach, whilst also playing a key role in the Magpies HFLW side, captained by his wife Amy, with success reaching the preliminary final. Most importantly, he is a top bloke, an inspirational leader and a great dad, and no doubt highly respected by the people in this room and those who have played and watched him. It's a great privilege that I welcome Scott Purling to the stage as the next inductee of the HFL for life membership.
Penny, you have the pen in it. Well done, mate. Great work.
All righty. A few rapid-fire questions before you take the mic. Most memorable moment and why?
Most memorable footy moment would be it'd be 2015 grand final win. That came. I guess it was real special. A long time coming. Like I said, I think we'd lost four prelims. We finished bottom the year before. And to get that was definitely my most special moment.
I think you've mentioned this before. The toughest opponent and why?
It's hard to nail it down to one. There's been lots of really hard opponents, going from back in the day when I used to play on Loeffler and Sheevy and Roach and the Ellis boys, and then I guess the latter days playing on Darcy was always a challenge. So it's very hard. I guess if anyone's got a bit of pace, I'll struggle. So that's what I find. That's what makes it the hardest thing, I think. So.
What have you enjoyed most about playing in the HFL?
HFL footies, I guess, spent a lot of time here. I have experienced amateur league though, and nothing compares to sort of HFL, where the atmosphere you get, the cars parked around the oval, how passionate the supporters are, whether they're cheering for you or against you. I love playing HFL, love Hahndorf, playing for Hahndorf, great family club.
Best time of year to start your pre-season training?
It's always a running joke. It's probably first trial match. Generally it's pre-season starts for me. So trial match, week one of trial matches.
Best piece of advice you have received, and any advice you would give to any up-and-coming defenders?
Best piece of advice I've received. That's a tricky one. I'll think on that. I guess I always found advice that I'd give to up-and-coming defenders would be, just back yourself in. A lot of people can get caught just defending, but it makes it a lot easier if you learn to read the play and back yourself in, and get the ball yourself. You get it, and they don't get it. So.
And last one, you've had a taste of it. Would you like to progress with coaching?
I've definitely enjoyed coaching, starting off with the kids. That's been a lot of fun, and I'll continue doing that. I really enjoy that, coaching with the kids. And I had a little taste of it with the women's team, and again that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that, and down the track, I definitely see myself progressing down that way potentially. Yeah, for sure. I guess a few thank yous for this. I guess firstly, just it's a huge honour to be inducted tonight for the HFL. They do a great job as the competition itself. Like I said before, I love the atmosphere when you go out there and play with the cars parked around, the cheering fans, all the passionate fans. Thank you for the honour of being inducted. Just the Hahndorf Football Club. Like Ben said, I've played footy there since I've probably been about 8 years old, and loved every minute of it. Sensational club. There's too many people to thank, because I know I'd miss one over the course of my career there, but really enjoyed my time there, and continuing to enjoy it. Thanks, of course, to the Hahndorf Footy Club. Also, I can't not thank my parents, my mum, my dad and my stepdad. You could probably count the amount of games they've missed on one hand over the course of my career. They're always there to support me, so thank you to them if they're watching. Finally, just like to thank my wife Amy and my two boys James and Jack. With my boys, I guess it was always a goal of mine was to try to instill the passion and love for football into them, and that was a real driving force to keep playing as long as I have, and keep playing, because they really love it. They love being at the club. Thank you to them and my wife. Without her support over the years, she's never tapped me on the shoulder to say, look, maybe it's time to call it a day. She's always there to support me, even to the extent this year she knew I was getting itchy feet, and I was thinking about playing B grade, and she decided to message the B grade coach and go, maybe give him a message. He might pull on the boots again. So, again, thank you very much for having me up here tonight as well and listening. And I'll leave you to it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Put on the stove, mate. Just go on the stove, mate. Thank you. Thank you, Benny. And well done to Scott Purling, call him the Stallion, the GOAT. He's a champion and much deserving recipient of Hills Football League Life membership. All right, the end of last season, around about October, Hills Football League lost one of its staunchest supporters, longest serving president, and a man who was certainly passionate about the game in the community of the Adelaide Hills. I think the roll up to his funeral just epitomised the feelings everyone had for him. Of course, we're talking about the late great Owen Lamshed. And as a bit of a tribute, a perpetual award has been established, the renaming of the club awards, which I think is so important because Owen wasn't just about the senior side of things. He was very passionate about the junior sides of club football, and which is of course encompassed in the points which go towards the overall champion club. So we're very fortunate tonight and have the pleasure of having members of the Lamshed family here. So I'd like Will Lamshed to come forward and he'll make the presentations for what are known now as the Owen Lamshed Club of the Year Shields. Welcome, Will. Lovely to see you. And the winner in country division, and really great to see this, made a big decision to step back, but their football has gone from, well, fantastic. Great season for them, still in the fight for the finals. Winner of the Lamshed Shield country division, Achunga Football Club. Come over this side, mate. So, Kim Pocock to accept. Oh, it's you. You want to say a few words, Kim? Oh.
Okay, a bit of an honour to win this award in recognition of Owen's contribution to Hills footy. Big thank you to everyone at the club this year that's put in the time and effort. Yeah, we've come back to country division. We've really enjoyed it. We're having success across all grades and building for the future. So keep up the good work, and thanks again for the award.
Okay, the winner of the Owen Lamshed Club of the Year for Division 1 goes to the Mount Lofty Football Club.
Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Listen, thanks very much for having us tonight. This is a really proud award for us. We haven't had the opportunity to showcase our program on this stage for 19 years. So this is testament to our playing group, our coaching group, our parents and players across all groups. I'd especially like to acknowledge under 17 girls and under 14 girls this year who have played in grand finals and won them. And that just shows the depth of our program that we have in the Hills. So I really appreciate the honour, and have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
All right. Team awards done. We come to the business end of the season as far as individuals as we move into the counts. So going to do a little bit of street talk here because I can come down and watch the screen and see how it's all going. Bit of roaming Brian. All right, first count we'll get underway will be the C grade count. And all right, let's rip with the voting. And the winner, 23 votes. I think we've seen this man before, Tyson Aston. And we have John Levy here from the board to present the medal. Good, mate. There you go. Just hop over that side, Tyson. Talk to you later. We're old friends up here.
Pistols, yeah.
Tyson, not Taylor. I'll get it right this season. Well done, mate. And, well, I know if a lot of people realise this. This is his third successive C grade best and fairest. Quite a good effort. I think that deserves a round of applause. So the question must be asked, mate. Is there a chance for you to try higher grades these days, or?
I must say, I do love the C grade, and I think that's where I want to stay, you know. A lot of culture, so I'm pretty happy there.
And of course, the Woods having another good season. Of course, they're already into the grand final, and of course, the C grade preliminary final will be played on a Friday night, and then the following week, the grand final. So once again, looking forward to perhaps another flag for the Woods.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything goes all right. I'm sure it'll be a pretty good battle between either us and Nan. So yeah, we'll wait and see who gets through.
Fantastic. And just quickly, is there still the family rivalry? Who's the best footballer in the family, yourself or your lovely sister Holly down here?
Yeah, we can debate about this one, but we all know. No, I'm only kidding. Yeah, I love Holly. She's a great footballer.
All right, Tyson, I'm sure there's a few people you'd like to thank.
First of all, umpires, thank you so much. You guys do such a good job. HFL, I want to thank my family, mum, dad. I want to thank Putzi, Cece. I want to thank Warby, Greavesy and Polly and my team. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Well done, buddy. Great. Fantastic achievement. I said triple now, C grade best and fairest. All right, next up is the Country Division B grade. Sorry, we're going to go Division 1, okay. Running sheet's different, but anyway, we'll go with that. So, here we go. The winner, 22 votes, Jamie Gertzner Barker Football Club. To make the presentation, HFL President Travis Lynn. Yeah, it was. Well done, mate. Just pop over there. Give me a minute. Oh, very well. I'm very well. What about yourself? Fantastic.
Not too bad. Just coming in close.
All right, mate. Well, we played in total well over 250 games of A-grade football, so I suppose this year you just dropped back to help the boys out with the Bs, and here you end up with the biggest individual award.
Yeah, thought, last 16 odd years in A grade and body was starting to get pretty sore, so wanted to drop back and help out the younger boys in B grade, young ones coming through and have a bit of fun.
And of course, a pretty good season for the Roos, I think, under incoming coach James May. He's still in the finals, so going all right at the moment for an old bloke.
Jim's been awesome for our group this year. Need a bit of experience coming in to help the young boys, and I think take on Urayla at Blackwood in the semi, so it should be a good game.
It's great we're seeing the competition, and also we're noticing the leaderboard there, a few of the older blokes, and a bloke you've probably had a lot of battles with in the past, sticking up there for the old blokes, Birchie, so you still see a few old faces that you used to play against, say, 10 years ago in O grade.
I feel like Birch has been around longer than what I have, so. But good contest, and Scotty Purling's still around, and it's good to see those old faces still going around and keeping fit and having a bit of fun.
Yeah, well, mate, you want to thank a few people?
I just want to say thanks to the HFL, put on a great season every year. The Mount Barker Footy Club, it's been my home since I was a little tacker. Just such a fun club to be around, and great lads. Have so much fun every year, so chasing that flag still. Hopefully we can do it this year. Just want to say thanks to my family. They come out every week, watch me play, and my wife, she's been a huge support. Just lets me have fun every week and play the game that I love. So, thank you.
Well done. Good work. Division 1 B grade bar medalist, Jamie Grouch. All right, we head down to the country division B grade. There we go. Who will wear the crown? And the winner, Kangaroo Football Club, Jamie Girl. And board member Mark Yench will come forward to make the presentations. Well done, Jamie. Thanks. Well done, Jamie. Now, my spies at Kangaroo tell me that you're a bit of a modest man, so it might be a bit hard to get a word out of you.
Big thanks to all the boys for finally getting me out. It was about round 3. I think I got a text saying, "Can you please play football?" And I was like, all right. As long as I don't have to train twice a week.
Well, it's been a pretty good thing to come back, mate, because you've won your ways into a grand final. So from being a guy who wasn't going to kick a football, you got a chance to actually have a premiership medal around your neck as well.
It would be good because I think the B grade have been up and about for like 5 or 6 years since I've been at the club. So I think it'd be good for all the young fellas to taste success, which they've been pretty close the last 5 years. So
yeah. All right, mate, you want to thank a few people?
I'd just like to thank all the boys from the B's and A's. My wife, who doesn't get out too much football, but she listens to me whinge every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday about everything sore and getting to footy training. So big thanks to all the club, especially the coach. He's a good mate of mine, and he finally got me out to, and I've had a pretty fun season, so it's been good.
Fantastic. All right, mate. Thank you very much. Danny, let's go. Just go around one heart. Danny, we're going to All right. Preliminaries are done. We get into the big stuff. So it's my pleasure now to have a man who tells me always makes the right call. Was that on a Saturday, Bruce? Brucey Dawes is going to join us and he'll be calling out the votes for the HFLW Senior Award. So without further ado, we'll cross over to Bruce.
Thank you, Jeffrey. So we're going to do the senior women's count. And we'll commence with round one. Blackwood versus Uradler. Blackwood, Brooklyn Hodgson, 1 vote. Uradler, Nadia Baladis, 2 votes. Blackwood, Ellie Haylock, 3 votes. Nan Bremer versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Kira May, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Kate Chapman, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Aj Jericho, 3 votes. Maxfield versus Hahndorf. Hahndorf, Alicia Jeevers, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Alicia Rowe, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Brooklyn Carell, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Onkavalli. Onkavalli, Angel Hugo, 1 vote. Onkavalli, Holly Sweeney, 2 votes. Onkavalli, Annabelle Paddy, 3 votes. Round 2, Hahndorf versus Blackwood. Blackwood, Isabella Calvanese, 1 vote. Blackwood, Beth Sigley, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Amelia Darcy, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Uradler. Uradler, Isabel Purdy, 1 vote. Uradler, Kayla Squires, 2 votes. Uradler, Elka Jasko, 3 votes. Maxfield versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Phoebe Rowbury, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Jessie Rosser, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Kate Chapman, 3 votes. Onkavalli versus Nan Bremer. Onkavalli, Arabella Prowse, 1 vote. Onkavalli, Ariel Adamson, 2 votes. Onkavalli, Gabriella Howard, 3 votes. Round 3, Birdwood versus Hahndorf. Unfortunately, it was a forfeit by Birdwood. Mount Lofty versus Uradler. Isabel Smart, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Kira May, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Phoebe Nick, 3 votes. Nan Bremer versus Blackwood. Nan, Annabella Borowski, 1 vote. Blackwood, Annie Brearley, 2 votes. Blackwood, Isabella Calvanese, 3 votes. Onkavalli versus Macclesfield. Onkavalli, Alia Fox, 1 vote. Onkavalli, Annabelle Paddy, 2 votes. Onkavalli, Arabella Prowse, 3 votes. Round 4, Blackwood versus Birdwood. Unfortunately, forfeit by Birdwood. Hahndorf versus Macclesfield. Macclesfield, Lacey Dawson, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Amelia Darcy, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Alicia Jeevers, 3 votes. Uradler versus Nan Bremer. Nan, Jessie Morgan, 1 vote. Nan, Alice Perkins, 2 votes. Nan, Annabella Borowski, 3 votes. Onkavalli versus Mount Lofty. Onkavalli, Annabelle Paddy, 1 vote. Onkavalli, Sienna Fox, 2 votes. Onkavalli, Alia Fox, 3 votes. Round 5, Blackwood versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Aj Jericho, 1 vote. Blackwood, Annie Brearley, 2 votes. Blackwood, Shanika West, 3 votes. Maxfield versus Birdwood. Macclesfield, Asher Herbert, 1 vote. Yay! Macclesfield, Taylor Coombe, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Crystal Wilson, 3 votes. Nambremmer versus Hahndorf. Hahndorf, Alex Pearce, 1 vote. Nan, Scout Young, 2 votes. Nan, Annabelle Borowski, 3 votes. Euralia versus Onka Valley. Onka Valley, Maddie Noski, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Arabella Prowse, 2 votes. Onka Valley, Sienna Fox, 3 votes. Round 6, Mount Lofty versus Birdwood. Mount Lofty, Darian Green, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Phoebe Nick, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Arj Jericho, 3 votes. Euralia Districts versus Blackwood. Blackwood, Bella Warden, 1 vote. Blackwood, Sav Rayner, 2 votes. Blackwood, Lily Dunstan Bruce, 3 votes. Macclesfield versus Nan. Nan, Annabelle Borowski, 1 vote. Nan, Jessie Morgan, 2 votes. Nan, Scout Young, 3 votes. Onka Valley versus Hahndorf. Onka Valley, Holly Sweeney, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Steph Morrison, 2 votes. Onka Valley, Arabella Prowse, 3 votes. Round 7, Mount Lofty versus Macclesfield. Mount Lofty, Phoebe Nick, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Georgina Cordes Harvey, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Darian Green, 3 votes. Hahndorf versus Euralia. Euralia, Cassie Coombe, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Alex Pearce, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Gemma Gribble, 3 votes. Nambremmer versus Birdwood. Birdwood, Mika Wilkinson, 1 vote. Nan, Alice Perkins, 2 votes. Nan, Scout Young, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Onka Valley. Onka Valley, Abby Foster, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Alia Fox, 2 votes. Blackwood, Ellie Haylock, 3 votes. So we'll just quickly have a quick look at the leaderboards. Currently from Onka Valley, we've got Arabella Prowse on 9. From Nan, Annabelle Borowski on 8. Nan, Scout Young on 8. Arj Jericho from Mount Lofty on 7. Annabelle Paddy, 6 from Zonkers. Ella on 6 from Blackwood. Alia Fox, 6 from Zonkers. And Phoebe Nick, also on 6 from Mount Lofty. Please have a little bit of quiet, please, guys. You'll want the same when it's your turn shortly. Thank you. Round 8. Blackwood versus Hahndorf. Hahndorf, Amelia Darcy, 1 vote. Blackwood, Zana Loxton, 2 votes. Blackwood, Bella Warden, 3 votes. Euralia Districts versus Birdwood. Euralia, Rachel Plummer, 1 vote. Euralia, Bonnie McClay, 2 votes. Euralia, Cassie Coombe, 3 votes. Nambremmer versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Madeline Nuss, 1 vote. Nan, Scout Young, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Isabel Smart, 3 votes. Macclesfield versus Onka Valley. Onka Valley, Arabella Prowse, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Zara Walsh, 2 votes. Onka Valley, Alia Fox, 3 votes. Round 9, Macclesfield versus Blackwood. Blackwood, Sabrina, 1 vote. Blackwood, Amber Clohisi, 2 votes. Blackwood, Ellie Haylock, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Hahndorf. Hahndorf, Amelia Darcy, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Kate Chapman, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Madeline Nuss, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Nambremmer. Nan, Shani Walger, 1 vote. Nan, Alice Perkins, 2 votes. Nan, Annabella Borowski, 3 votes. Euralia Districts versus Onka Valley. Onka Valley, Abby Foster, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Zara Walsh, 2 votes. Onka Valley, Annabelle Paddy, 3 votes. Round 10, Mount Lofty versus Birdwood. Mount Lofty, Phoebe Nett, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Kate Chapman, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Ruby Kittlestrom, 3 votes. Hahndorf versus Uraidla. Hahndorf, Carl McGuinness, 1 vote. Uraidla, Cassie Coombe, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Amelie Darcy, 3 votes. Maxfield versus Nan Bremer. Nan, Alice Perkins, 1 vote. Nan, Carly Gore, 2 votes. Nan, Annabella Borowski, 3 votes. Onka Valley versus Blackwood. Onka Valley, Abby Foster, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Annabelle Paddy, 2 votes. Blackwood, Annie Brearley, 3 votes. Round 11, Burwood versus Blackwood, no game. Maxfield versus Uraidla. Uraidla, Suzanne Holiday, 1 vote. Uraidla, Cassie Hazel, 2 votes. Uraidla, Bonnie McLeay, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Hahndorf. Mount Lofty, Kate Chapman, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Shay Moss, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Tiffany Veers, 3 votes. Nan Bremer versus Onka Valley. Onka Valley, Arabella Prowse, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Annabelle Paddy, 2 votes. Onka Valley, Holly Sween, 3 votes. Round 12, Birdwood versus Macclesfield. Unfortunately, Birdwood forfeit. Uraidla versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Shane Moss, 1 vote. Uraidla, Cassie Coombe, 2 votes. Thank you. Mount Lofty, Madeline Nuss, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Nan Bremer. Blackwood, Zana Loxton, 1 vote. Blackwood, Bella Warden, 2 votes. Blackwood, Mackenzie O'Day, 3 votes. Hahndorf versus Onka Valley. Hahndorf, Bailey Cooper, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Annabelle Paddy, 2 votes. Onka Valley, Arabella Prowse, 3 votes. Round 13, Birdwood v Hahndorf. Again, Birdwood was the forfeit. Nan Bremer versus Uraidla. Nan, Jessie Fallsberg, 1 vote. Nan, Kate Naomi Schultz, 2 votes. Uraidla, Cassie Coombe, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Macclesfield. Blackwood, Mackenzie O'Day, 1 vote. Blackwood, Morgan Tucker, 2 votes. Blackwood, Ellie Haylock, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Onka Valley. Mount Lofty, Darian Green, 1 vote. Onka Valley, Arabella Prowse, 2 votes. Onka Valley, Annabelle Paddy, 3 votes. Round 14, this is the final round. Hahndorf versus Nan Bremer. Hahndorf, Taylor Davis, 1 vote. Nan, Kayla Gore, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Tiffany Veers, 3 votes.
Taylor.
Mount Lofty versus Blackwood. Blackwood, Bella Warden, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Kate Chapman, 2 votes. Blackwood, Ellie Haylock, 3 votes. Uraidla Districts versus Macclesfield. Uraidla, Elka Jasko, 1 vote. Uraidla, Chelsea Lawler, 2 votes. Uraidla, Cassie Coombe, 3 votes. Now, unfortunately, the Birdwood versus Onka Valley game was a forfeit, which has given us having to announce that from the Onka Valley Football Club on 80 votes, the 2025 best and fairest is Annabelle Paddy from the Constitution.
I think that. As Belzy comes up, I'd also like to ask Damien McCann from Community Football to come up and do the presentation, please. Well done, buddy. Let's go to the other side there so that everyone can hear mate. Don't go away, Belsy. What a couple of weeks you've had. Winning your flag, winning the best on ground in the grand final as well, and now winning the highest individual medal in the competition. So big time for you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it a lot. I think it's been a big season for us as a club and for us as a team. So, yeah, glad I could represent that.
Just give us a bit of your background. I think you got the kennel in about, 2020? And, just give us your background in footy and how you got involved.
I actually haven't played like club footy until I came to Onkers. I played a lot of rugby before that. Came to the kennel in 2020 and didn't leave.
Yeah. And how much, I know we did an article in the Courier after you'd finally got the flag, after a couple of seasons of heartbreak, being minor premiers, not even making the grand final, and then a couple of other finals losses, but the culture that's been built between the girls and the club, and finally to get that monkey off the back must have been fantastic the other week.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been a real challenge for us as a team, coming into finals, having really successful seasons for the last 3 years. And I think finals have been a real hurdle for us. So this year was, a huge milestone for us as a team. And just to overcome that fear of finals and to be able to bring out the team that we know that we are, and bring that to the oval and to the field, I think is really important and really good.
And a close count, I think after round 8, I think the top 8 were only separated by one best on ground preference. And yourself, your times you run really nicely. How did you see your season? Did you think that you started slowly and then rattled home? How did you see it?
I think I probably started slowly this season, but I also wasn't expecting this. I thought that we have so many strengths within our team that, as you guys saw in the account, we kind of take votes from each other. I thought players like Ellie and things from Blackwood are going to be really strong competitors in that. So, I think I started off slow and just built towards the end, which, has seemed to benefit me.
As I said, the culture at Onkers, 3 wins out of the 7 awards that have been presented in the HFLW have gone to the Onker Valley Doggies. Of course, your teammate, Arabella Prowse, who was once again up there tonight, and then yourself. So 3 out of 7 is pretty good. As I said, the culture, the kennel's pretty good. What's in the water in the Onker Pringa?
I think we have a really supportive community around the women's team. I mean, the women's side of the club is fully based off of volunteers, and I think that really shows the heart and the support that the community give us. And I think, players like Bella, I mean, we've been around for 5 years in the club and just consistently shown up. And I think that that's set a really good example for the youngers. I think we're just appreciative to be there and to have the volunteers and the team that we have around us.
So it seems like, as I said, you've been in medal-winning form, BOG in the grand final, and then win this medal tonight. Did you get the medal from the grand final celebrations? Or?
Yes, I definitely celebrated that night. I had a good one and I celebrated into the following day. So, it was good. And I think for me it was a long time waiting. We've come into finals being favourites the last few years. So to actually follow through this year, I think was a real relief and a big achievement for me personally and for the team.
All right. What's been a very successful season, just as a group and also individually. I'm sure there's a few people you'd like to thank.
I want to thank the HFL for organising, tonight and the whole season. We wouldn't be able to play footy without them, so I want to thank them for sure. I want to thank the Onkers Club, specifically the women's volunteers. I think everyone there is there for heart and because they support the women's side, and I think that's really important. I want to thank the other clubs, Blackwood, Lofty. You guys have set such a good competitive example for us and really, just set a good bar for the league, and I think that means that everyone else can live to that. And biggest thank you is to my doggy girls. I mean, I love my team. I couldn't be here without them.
Thank you. Thank you, Vince. Thank you. All right, we might just take a short break before we get into the A-grade awards for both divisions and be back for more shortly.
Okay, welcome everyone, and Country Division Male Medal count for 2025. Can I just ask everyone to try and be a bit quieter? It was very loud during the women's count, so if you can sort of keep the tone down a bit, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay, round one. And I can't see the screen, so good luck. Gamaraka versus Kersbrook. Kersbrook, Matt Gardner, 1 vote. Gamaraka, Jack Parker, 2 votes. Gamaraka, Daniel Trepke, 3 votes. Macclesfield versus Meadows. Macclesfield, Nat Ryan, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Kyle Emery, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Blake Carter, 3 votes. Echunga versus Torrens Valley. Echunga, Tyler Settle, 1 vote. Echunga, Liam Place, 2 votes. Echunga, Brett Turner, 3 votes. Kangarilla versus Birdwood. Kangarilla, Tyler Virgo, 1 vote. Birdwood, Jared Jones, 2 votes. Kangarilla, Joel Harvey Frill, 3 votes. Round 2. Meadows versus Kangarilla. Kangarilla, Tyler Virgo, 1 vote. Kangarilla, Jack Arthur, 2 votes. Kangarilla, Joel Harvey Fell, 3 votes. Torrens Valley versus Gamaraka. Matthew Borg, 1 vote. Gamaraka, Benjamin Piaggi, 2 votes. Gamaraka, Aaron Whistler, 3 votes. Kersbrook versus Macclesfield. Kersbrook, Matt Gardner, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Tyler Wesley, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Andy Vines, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Echunga. Echunga, Liam Place, 1 vote. Echunga, Harley Montgomery, 2 votes. Echunga, Brett Turner, 3 votes. Round 3. Echunga versus Meadows. Echunga, Jackson Perry, 1 vote. Echunga, Dylan Quinn, 2 votes. Echunga, Brett Turner, 3 votes. Gamaraka versus Kangarilla. Kangarilla, Todd Marsh, 1 vote. Kangarilla, Brian Grimman, 2 votes. Kangarilla, Joel Harvey Fell, 3 votes. Kersbrook versus Torrens Valley. Tyler Wesley, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Sam Bradford, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Andy Vines, 3 votes. Macclesfield versus Birdwood. Macclesfield, Reece Jolly, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Blake Carter, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Thomas Altamaro, 3 votes. Round 4. Kangaroo versus Echunga. Echunga, Tyler Searle, 1 vote. Echunga, Will Anning, 2 votes. Echunga, Brett Turner, 3 votes. Meadows versus Gamaraka. Gamaraka, Aaron Whistler, 1 vote. Meadows, Casey Brooks, 2 votes. Meadows, Daniel Young, 3 votes. Torrens Valley versus Macclesfield. Macclesfield, Alexander Scully, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Thomas Altamori, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Blake Carter, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Kersbrook. Jordan Miller, Birdwood, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Jacob Pearson, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Matt Gardner, 3 votes. Round 5. Echunga versus Gamaraka. Logan Hickman from Echunga, 1 vote. Echunga, Clint Guy, 2 votes. Gamaraka, Matthew Borg, 3 votes. Meadows versus Kersbrook. Kersbrook, Matt Gardner, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Jacob Pearson, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Andy Vines, 3 votes. Macclesfield versus Kangarilla. Hayden Curry, Kangarilla, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Ben Brumby, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Isaac Blallard, 3 votes. Torrens Valley versus Birdwood. Birdwood, Joshua Coleman, 1 vote. Birdwood, Jordan Miller, 2 votes. Birdwood, Benjamin Partridge, 3 votes. Round 6. Kersbrook versus Echunga. Echunga, Liam Place, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Matt Gardner, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Kobe Griffiths, 3 votes. Kangarilla versus Torrens Valley. Hayden Curry, Kangarilla, 1 vote. Kai Dean, Kangarilla, 2 votes. Kangarilla again, Tyler Virgo, 3 votes. Gamaraka versus Macclesfield. Macclesfield, Ryan Parry, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Nat Ryan, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Tony Gibson, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Meadows. Birdwood, Jordan Sadler, 1 vote. Birdwood, Mason Ashby, 2 votes. Meadows, Luke Smart, 3 votes. Round 7. Macclesfield versus Echunga. Macclesfield, Kyle Emery, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Isaac Ballard, 2 votes. Echunga, Brett Turner, 3 votes. Kersbrook versus Kangarilla. Kersbrook, Strato Agorostos, 1 vote. Kangarilla, Jericho John, 2 votes. And Kangarilla, Cole Dean, 3 votes. Meadows versus Torrens Valley. Meadows, Jack Luckett, 1 vote. Meadows, Sam Luckett, 2 votes. And Meadows, Luke Smart, 3 votes. Gamaraka versus Birdwood. Gamaraka, Michael Walters, 1 vote. Gamaraka, Matthew Borg, 2 votes. Gamaraka, Aaron Whistler, 3 votes. Leaderboard, that should be up in front of you at the moment. We have Brett Turner, 15 from Echunga. Joel Harvey-Frill, 9 from Kangi. Andy Vines, 9 from Kersbrook. Blake Carter, 8 from Mackey. And Matt Gardner, 8 from Kersbrook. And Aaron Whistler, 7 from Guns. Okay, for the final 7 rounds. Round 8. Kersbrook versus Gamaraka. Kersbrook, Jacob Pearson, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Cody Griffiths, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Tyler Wesley, 3 votes. Meadows versus Macclesfield. Macclesfield, Blake Carter, 1 vote. Meadows, Jack Luckett, 2 votes. And Macclesfield, Isaac Ballard, 3 votes. Torrens Valley versus Echunga. Echunga, Dylan Ribbons, 1 vote. Echunga, Harry Brock, 2 votes. Echunga, Liam Place, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Kangarilla. Kangarilla, Todd Marsh, 1 vote. Kangarilla, Joel Harvey-Feld, 2 votes. Kangarilla, Kai Dean, 3 votes. Round 9. Kangarilla versus Meadows. Kangarilla, Samuel Hydus, 1 vote. Kangarilla, Kai Dean, 2 votes. Kangarilla, Tyler Virgo, 3 votes. Gamaraka versus Torrens Valley. Gamaraka Benjamin Biagi, 1 vote. Gamaraka Jack Parker, 2 votes. Gamaraka Colin McKay, 3 votes. Macclesfield versus Kersbrook. Macclesfield, Kyle Emery, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Ryan Parry, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Nat Ryan, 3 votes. Echunga versus Birdwood. Birdwood, Jared Jones, 1 vote. Echunga, Billy Cameron, 2 votes. Echunga, Liam Place, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Macclesfield. Sorry.
Round 10. Round 10.
Round 10.
Yep, you're up.
All right. Okay, round 10, split round. My apologies. Birdwood versus Macclesfield. Macclesfield, Tarrant Tomeo, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Blake Carter, 2 votes. And Macclesfield, Thomas Altamore, 3 votes. Meadows versus Echunga. Meadows, Luke Watson, 1 vote. Echunga, Liam Place, 2 votes. Echunga, Billy Cameron, 3 votes. Second part of round 10, Torrens Valley versus Kersbrook. Kersbrook, Joshua Pearson, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Strato Agoritos, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Jacob Pearson, 3 votes. Kangaroo versus Gamaraka. Kangaroo, Joel Harvey-Fell, 1 vote. Kangaroo, Ben Flood, 2 votes. Kangaroo, Samuel Hiders, 3 votes. Round 11, Kersbrook versus Birdwood. Cameron Muster, Birdwood, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Bailey Wake, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Dylan Purge, 3 votes. Macclesfield versus Torrens Valley. Macclesfield, Nat Ryan, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Tony Gibson, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Blake Carter, 3 votes. Gamaraka versus Meadows. Excuse me. Gamaraka, Michael Walters, 1 vote. Gamaraka, Matthew Borg, 2 votes. Meadows, Luke Watson, 3 votes. Echunga versus Kangaroo. Kangaroo, Shane Caputo, 1 vote. Echunga, Brett Turner, 2 votes. Kangaroo, Ben Flood, 3 votes. Round 12. Birdwood versus Torrens Valley. Birdwood, Dylan Jones, 1 vote. Birdwood, Joshua Coleman, 2 votes. Birdwood, Jared Jones, 3 votes. Kangaroo versus Macclesfield. Kangaroo, Samuel Hinders, 1 vote. Kangaroo, Daniel Trevina, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Sean Steele, 3 votes. Kersbrook versus Meadows. Meadows, Cade Croden, 1 vote. Kersbrook, Andy Vines, 2 votes. Kersbrook, Tyler Wesley, 3 votes. Gamaraka versus Echunga. Echunga, David Liston, 1 vote. Echunga, Jack Ross, 2 votes. Echunga, Brett Turner, 3 votes. Round 13. Meadows versus Birdwood. Birdwood, Lachlan Kirk, 1 vote. Meadows, Casey Brooks, 2 votes. Birdwood, Jared Jones, 3 votes. Macclesfield versus Gamaraka. Macclesfield, Bradley Tuwell, 1 vote. Macclesfield, Thomas Altamore, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Carl Emery, 3 votes. Torrens Valley versus Kangaroo. Kangaroo, Todd Marsh, 1 vote. Kangaroo, Samuel Hiders, 2 votes. Kangaroo, Kai Dean, 3 votes. Echunga versus Kersbrook. Kersbrook, Andy Vines, 1 vote. Echunga, Brett Turner, 2 votes. Echunga, Liam Place, 3 votes. Final round, round 14. Torrens Valley versus Meadows. Meadows. Max Buckland, 1 vote. Meadows. Cooper Bracknott, 2 votes. Meadows. Luke Smart, 3 votes. Kangaroo versus Kersbrook. Kyle Wright, 1 vote from Kangaroo. Kangaroo Tyler Virgo, 2 votes. Kangaroo Todd Marsh, 3 votes. Birdwood versus Gunaraga. Birdwood, Jared Jones, 1 vote. Gunaraga, Matthew Borg, 2 votes. Birdwood, Dylan Jones, 3 votes. Echunga versus Macclesfield. Echunga, Logan Hickman, 1 vote. Echunga, Brett Turner, 2 votes. Macclesfield, Nat Ryan, 3 votes. It's with great pleasure that I announce that Brett Turner is the Male Medal winner from Echunga Football Club on 24 votes. Followed by his teammates, Lynn Place, Echunga Football Club on 15 votes.
Well, you can come up and talk on his behalf. Runner-up. Winner's not here, so I'll go second place. Liam Place will come up and accept it on behalf of Brett. So, Peter Munn, Vice President of League, will present to Liam Place on behalf of Brett Turner the Male Medal for the Country Division 2025.
First of all,
it's going to be a bit hard, mate. We'll see how we go. You can sort of ad-lib and be the pseudo Brett Turner.
Can do.
If you hadn't played so many games, mate, it would have been you actually taking it for yourself. But anyway, just take us his second year at the club. What's Brett brought to the team? Firstly last year in Division 1, then stepping down this year. How's he been around the club? Just the professionalism he brings?
Yeah, I think that's one of the key things Brett brings is he's obviously played footy at a pretty high level, and he's not one of those players to sort of come into a club and go into his shell. Like, he's taken us all on board and taught us all a thing or two. And he's quite often, he works like quite early in the morning, which is why he's not here today. But because of that, he's quite often up at the club helping out the juniors before our training. So he's a real club man and obviously a great footballer at the same time.
Just must be a benefit for the club having a guy, because as you said, the West Adelaide Glenelg Premiership player, also Adelaide Crows listed for a while, and as you said, being involved with the juniors, it must be a real tonic for them to have a guy of such experience and stature involved with the club at Echunga and just helping them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, he leads from the front when he plays, but also when he trains as well, and he's pretty vocal around the club on a Saturday night too. Helped out with the junior presentations last week, so as good of a footballer as he is, he brings so much more to the club than just what he does on game day.
And also he's fostered a bit of an international recruiting program out there at Echunga as far as Americans go. Just tell us about big Will Lachlan last year when Brett was a major influence on getting him to the club.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how it came about, but BT was in America for work start of last year, and I think he did a footy clinic at a school or a college over there, and happened to stumble across a bloke who was no joke a rocket scientist, and could also play footy and play basketball, and was keen to sort of come over on exchange and play footy for Echunga, as it may be.
Yeah. And they said having Brett involved in the last 2 years, but particularly this year dropping back, I know it was a tough call where Kim Pocock was up here obviously before to get the club award. What's it done for Echunga this year? It's galvanised the club a bit better and been competitive. And you mentioned about the juniors. Certainly the juniors, unfortunately, the last couple of years have been a bit lean years, but this year they're playing finals. So, been a good move on your behalf?
Yeah, I think so. It was a pretty tough decision come the end of last year. But, looking back now, I think if we said we had, 4 teams in the finals or 5 teams 4 teams in the finals come this time of year would be pretty happy. So I think the move to country has been a great choice, and we're super appreciative of the HFL, I should say, for letting us make that transition.
And yourself as skipper, is Brett a guy that you'll sort of go to, just get a bit of advice from because of his experience in the background? Has it helped you out as a skipper?
Yeah, for sure. We welcome input from anyone at the club. But yeah, someone who's played as much footy as he has and has the smarts are always, turning to him for advice.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, mate. Well, I wouldn't blame you if, don't tell Brett he's won it and you just get the name changed on the medal, gets your name engraved on as runner-up. Well done to you as well. But well done to Brett Turner from the Chunga Football Club. All right, which brings us now to the major award of the night, which will be the Division 1 count. I'd like to call the King of Salem, Mark Yanchup, who'll be calling the votes wherever he is. There he is down there. Fans are waiting, mate.
There's more glasses up here at this table.
Hey?
There's more glasses up here at the table. Okay, what do we do? We go... Oh, yeah.
All right, for the 59th Division 1 Central Zone A grade male medal, I'll hand you over to Mark Jens, who'll take us through it.
All right. Thanks, Pistols. Okay, we'll get into it. So, round 1, we're back on April the 12th. Onka Valley versus Nambruna. Nam, Will Brooks, 1 vote. Onkers, Tom Jones, 2 votes. Nam, Jamie Drew, 3 votes. Uradia Districts versus Mount Barker. Uradia, Tom Clevernick, 1 vote. Uradia, James Richards, 2 votes. Uradia, Frank Timpano, 3 votes. Lobethal versus Mount Lofty. Lobethal, Jacob Collins, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Tyson Hone, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Jay Gaish, 3 votes. Hahndorf versus Blackwood. Hahndorf, Noah Prenzler, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Joel Parker Bowes, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Jackson Hooper, 3 votes. Round 2, Anzac Day. Mount Barker versus Hahndorf. Mount Barker, Jackson Field, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Jackson Hooper, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Jesse Landers, 3 votes. Lobethal versus Onka Valley. Lobethal, Jack Osborne, 1 vote. Lobethal, James Braidwood, 2 votes. Lobethal, Jake Dominish, 3 votes. Nambruna versus Blackwood. Nan, Nick Yench, 1 vote. Nan, Damon Hill, 2 votes. Nan, Dylan Wimpers, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Uraidla. Uraidla, Nicholas Amato, 1 vote. Uraidla, James Richards, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Sam McTaggart, 3 votes. Round 3, Onka Valley versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Harry Weeks, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Tyson Hone, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Declan Carmody, 3 votes. Uradia Districts versus Nambruna. Uradia, Nicholas Amato, 1 vote. Nan, Dylan Wimpers, 2 votes. Uradia, Adam Trelawn, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Mount Barker. Mount Barker, Billy Stokes, 1 vote. Mount Barker, George Pope, 2 votes. Mount Barker, Samuel Callens, 3 votes. Hahndorf versus Lobethal. Hahndorf, Noah Prenzler, 1 vote. Lobethal, Jacob Collins, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Troy Parker Bors, 3 votes. Round 4, Mount Barker versus Onka Valley. Mount Barker, George Pope, 1 vote. Mount Barker, Samuel Callens, 2 votes. Mount Barker, Kobe Cockshell, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Mark Nielsen, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Tyson Home, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Kai Tucker, 3 votes. Urania Districts versus Lobethal. Lobethal, Matthew Fuller, 1 vote. Urania, Thomas Worthley, 2 votes. Lobethal, Jacob Collins, 3 votes. Nambrima versus Hahndorf. Nan, Dylan Wimpress, 1 vote. Nan, Jamie Drew, 2 votes. Nan, Damon Hill, 3 votes. Round 5, Lobethal versus Blackwood. Lobethal, Jack Stafford, 1 vote. Lobethal, Peter Bampton, 2 votes. Lobethal, Jacob Collins, 3 votes. Mount Barker versus Nambrima. Mount Barker, Ethan Field, 1 vote. Mount Barker, Samuel Callens, 2 votes. Mount Barker, Cooper Matchin, 3 votes. Onka Valley versus Uradia District. Onkers, Edward Smart, 1 vote. Uradia, Tom Kluvenik, 2 votes. Uradia, Frank Timpano, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Hahndorf. Hahndorf, Sam Williams, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Tyson Home, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Jake Aish, 3 votes. Round 6, May 24, Blackwood versus Onka Valley. Onkers, Will Cameron, 1 vote. Blackwood, Fraser Morley, 2 votes. Blackwood, Aidan Baker, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Mount Barker. Mount Barker, George Pope, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Nicholas Thompson, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Harry Weeks, 3 votes. Lobethal versus Nambrima. Nan, Jack Rivington, 1 vote. Nan, Dylan Wimpress, 2 votes. Nan, Damon Hill, 3 votes. Hahndorf versus Uradia Districts. Uradia, Adam Trenorden, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Jesse Landers, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Joel Parker Bors, 3 votes. Round 7, May 31st. Hahndorf versus Onka Valley. Hahndorf, Ben Salt, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Jesse Landers, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Jackson Hooper, 3 votes. Nambrima versus Mount Lofty. Nan, Damon Hill, 1 vote. Nan, Dylan Wimpress, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Sam McTaggart, 3 votes. Uradia Districts versus Blackwood. Blackwood, Jackson Fairman, 1 vote. Uradia, Ben Hogan, 2 votes. Uradia, Frank Timpano, 3 votes. Mount Barker versus Lobethal. Lobethal, Cooper Luke, 1 vote. Lobethal, Tanner King, 2 votes. Lobethal, Mitch Carter, 3 votes. Round 8, Mount Lofty versus Hahndorf. Hahndorf, Troy Parker Bowlers, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Jackson Hooper, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Sam McTaggart, 3 votes. Nambrima versus Mount Barker. Mount Barker, Samuel Callens, 1 vote. Nan, Damon Hill, 2 votes. Nan, Brock Knott, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Lobethal. Lobethal, Connor Bristow, 1 vote. Lobethal, Mitch Carter, 2 votes. Lobethal, Riley Skinner, 3 votes. Uradla versus Ongar Valley. Uradla Nicamato, 1 vote. Uradla Cooper Stride, 2 votes. And Uradla Adam Trenorden, 3 votes. So at the halfway mark, we have 3 players, Jacob Collins, Sam McTaggart and Frank Timpano on 9 votes. Jackson Hooper and Dylan Wimpress on 10 votes. And in front is Damon Hill from the Nambour Footy Club on 11 votes. Okay, round 9, June 21st. Hahndorf versus Nambour. Nam, Dylan Wimpress, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Xavier Parker-Bors, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Troy Parker-Bors, 3 votes. Mount Barker versus Mount Lofty. Mount Barker, Samuel Cummins, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Harry Weeks, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Jake Aish, 3 votes. Lobethal versus Uradla Districts. Uradla, James Richards, 1 vote. Lobethal, Matthew Fuller, 2 votes. Lobethal, Charlie Dixon, 3 votes. Ongar Valley versus Blackwood. Blackwood, Nicholas Bailey, 1 vote. Onkers, William Harvey, 2 votes. Onkers, Edward Smart, 3 votes. Round 10. Nambour versus Ongar Valley. Nan, Jack Reverington, 1 vote. Onkers, Adam Houlihan, 2 votes. Nan, Dylan Wimpress, 3 votes. Mount Barker versus Uradla Districts. Mount Barker, Lockie Murphy, 1 vote. Uradla, Tom Klubnik, 2 votes. Uradla, Ben Hogan, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Lobethal. Mount Lofty, Tyson Hone, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Riley Grundy, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Kai Tucker, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Hahndorf. Blackwood, Matthew Tuck, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Jesse Landers, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Xavier Parker-Bors, 3 votes. Round 11, July 5th. Ongar Valley versus Lobethal. Lobethal, Cooper Luke, 1 vote. Ongers, David Lees, 2 votes. Lobethal, Peter Bampton, 3 votes. Hahndorf versus Mount Barker. Mount Barker, Billy Stokes, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Troy Parker-Bors, 2 votes. Hahndorf, Jesse Landers, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Nambour. Nan, Brock Knott, 1 vote. Nan, Dylan Wimpress, 2 votes. Nan, Damon Hill, 3 votes. Uradla Districts versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Jake Aish, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Tyson Hone, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Sam McTaggart, 3 votes. Round 12, July 19, Mount Lofty versus Ongar Valley. Onkers, Tom Jones, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Declan Carmody, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Riley Grundy, 3 votes. Mount Barker versus Blackwood. Blackwood, Tyson Clark, 1 vote. Mount Barker, Patrick Kinnaman, 2 votes. Mount Barker, Samuel Cummins, 3 votes. Lobethal versus Hahndorf. Lobethal, Peter Bampton, 1 vote. Lobethal, Ben Pring, 2 votes. Lobethal, Charlie Dixon, 3 votes. Nambour versus Uradla Districts. Uradla, Adam Trenorden, 1 vote. Uradla, Lockie Schultz, 2 votes. Nan, Damon Hill, 3 votes. Round 13, Onka Valley versus Mount Barker. Mount Barker, Billy Stokes, 1 vote. Mount Barker, Sam Callens, 2 votes. Onka's, Tom Jones, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Blackwood. Blackwood, Matthew Walton, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Mark Nielsen, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Jacob Heitman, 3 votes. Lobethal versus Urala Districts. Urala, Nicholas Amato, 1 vote. Lobethal, Peter Banton, 2 votes. Urala, Frank Timpano, 3 votes. Hahndorf versus Nan Bremer. Nan, Dylan Wimpress, 1 vote. Nan, Jack Hourigan, 2 votes. Nan, Duncan Rogers, 3 votes. Round 14, Hawks 2nd. Urala Districts versus Onka Valley. Onka's, Joseph Skinner, 1 vote. Urala, Adam Trenolan, 2 votes. Urala, Eli Nightingale, 3 votes. Nan Bremer versus Mount Barker. Nan, Dylan Wimpress, 1 vote. Nan, Brock Knott, 2 votes. Nan, Jamie Drew, 3 votes. Round 14, August 9th, Hahndorf versus Mount Lofty. Mount Lofty, Riley Grundy, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Ben Salt, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Jake Aish, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Lobethal. Lobethal, Connor Bristow, 1 vote. Lobethal, Jake Dominish, 2 votes. Lobethal, Charlie Dixon, 3 votes. Round 15, August the 16th, Onka Valley versus Blackwood. Onka's, Will Spain, 1 vote. Onka's, Tom Jones, 2 votes. Onka's, James Dutton, 3 votes. Urala Districts versus Hahndorf. Urala, Nicholas Amato, 1 vote. Hahndorf, Troy Parker Bors, 2 votes. Urala, Lockie Schultz, 3 votes. Mount Barker versus Mount Lofty. Mount Barker, Samuel Cummins, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Jake Aish, 2 votes. Mount Lofty, Tyson Hone, 3 votes. Nan Bremer versus Lobethal. Nan, Elijah Richick, 1 vote. Nan, Damon Hill, 2 votes. Nan, Dalen Howell, 3 votes. Round 16, August 23rd, Onka Valley versus Hahndorf. This is the final round. Hahndorf, Troy Parker Byers, 1 vote. Onka's, Ed Smart, 2 votes. Onka's, James Dutton, 3 votes. Blackwood versus Urala Districts. Blackwood, Corey Miles Richardson, 1 vote. Urala, Frank Timpano, 2 votes. Blackwood, Jackson Fairman, 3 votes. Lobethal versus Mount Barker. Lobethal, Peter Bampton, 1 vote. Lobethal, Jacob Collins, 2 votes. Mount Barker, Samuel Cummins, 3 votes. Mount Lofty versus Nan Bremer. Nan, Elijah Ruchik, 1 vote. Mount Lofty, Riley Grundy, 2 votes. Nan, Dylan Wimpress, 3 votes. So with that, I'd like to... So the runner-up for Division 1 on 19 votes from the Lynn Footy Club is Damon Hill. And the winner for 2025 on 21 votes from Nambury Footy Club, Dylan Wimbrus.
But I'm called by Alan Teeling from the Malaire Hotel, great sponsor, to come up and do the presentation.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right, Dill, we're going to stop meeting like this, mate. That medal presentation was only a couple of weeks ago in that Courier Cup final, which, well, proved pretty critical in the final wash-up. Unfortunately, your teammate going down, Damon, and
yes,
well, you reaped the benefit. But well done, mate. Well, man, a couple of medals in 3 years, so the club's really booming at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's good. Like, obviously, close count. There's some great players out in Div 1, and obviously got a great teammate myself with Hilly as well, and helps when another male medalist in Ruckman taps it down my throat every week, so it helps.
Yeah. Now, just give us a bit of a background about you. I think you're originally a product at Freeling, spent some time at Aldinga, South Adelaide under 18 and reserves levels, back to Freeling. How did you get to Nan?
So I was living with my mate after COVID, when Freeling dropped out, and Dale Eichner, who was the assistant coach, and I was living with his nephew, and he said come out, and Lackers was coach then. Went out and met them, and was happy, and all the boys are good, so went up there.
Yeah, fantastic. You enjoyed your time in the hills, the difference that you found playing in the Barossa, like the grounds up here, they obviously a bit muddier with the style of footy. How have you found it?
I think I was pretty surprised, to be honest. Like, the grounds held up pretty well. Been a bit lucky with the rain, I think, the last couple of years. Obviously this year's a little bit different, but no, it was pretty good. Yeah.
And how have you found it this year? Obviously the transition from Dale Eichner, Premiership coach, to Clint Peanut Foster, but he's certainly doing a pretty good job at the moment. How have you found any major difference?
No, I've been pretty lucky. Like, obviously, Clint's been my mid coach, so I've been there with Nam for 5 years now. So I've dealt with him for the last 5 years, and he lets me do what I need to do. And I'm lucky enough to just go with it.
Mm-hmm. And since you joined the league, one of the great things you've put your hand up to play rep football. In fact, last year I think you were actually skipper of the side. How you find that representing the Hills League?
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be able to captain your side, and we got the win as well, which was nice. Always put my hand up for that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And you said reserves level for South Adelaide, also a Crows top-up player. What's that added to you as a footballer? What it's brought to your game, that experience of having done that?
Yeah, just pre-season out at Crows as well obviously helps me give a bit of a step up out here. I just want to always play at the highest level I can. So happy to do that as well. It helps with the travel with Nan.
Yeah. An attacking midfielder, I think you led the 104 50-metre entries this season, mate. So you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've got Brock tapping it down my throat, so it helps and give a little bit of advantage to know where it's going and putting it inside 50 for Drew and Arch.
Yeah, and the Rams, as we said, full credit to them. A couple of years ago, they came up from the second division up, and they've now shooting perhaps for their third consecutive grand final. Great experience that has been, and also winning a flag. You were best on that day, that historic flag. Just the feeling of that, how was it? It was sort of Rams proving that they can actually match it in the top division.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, we had built from the start. I think my first year we won 3 games, and we won 7 with when Moogs came along, and then Dale came, and I think they planned on us to be in that next level. We got there a bit 1 year earlier than planned, but you obviously take it. It's been good.
And compared to the last couple of years, how do you think the Rams are tracking this season?
Yeah, obviously good. We finished top. Had the week off on the weekend, so it's good for a couple of sore bodies. We're in a good spot. We've had players come up from the B grade and really cementing themselves with A grade football. So we've always had pressure on spots, and it's been good, especially with the local footballers. We didn't have too many points this year with recruits, so we've been pretty lucky.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, mate. Well done. I'm sure there's some of the Ramley you'd like to thank for your win.
Of course. I wasn't very expected, so I didn't prepare anything. But obviously, Clint. I've been dealing with him for 5 years, and he's been unreal for me. Dale as well, Gareth, Toddy, everything that I've ever asked and needed, they've never been a hesitation in that sort of thing. Obviously, thank the HFL for everything. Like I said, interleague, it's always been good, a pleasure to play alongside with, a lot of very good footballers in this league as well. And obviously, thank my partner for her support. I don't live close to Nan. I travel about an hour 10, so that commitment. She has to help with our young daughter, so it's just good that she lets me be able to play football. So thanks very much.
Once again, congratulate Dylan Wimbless, 2025 Division 1 male medalist. All right, we've done pretty well tonight. I think one man will be happy to be the president, so he can get home and watch the replay of Home and Away, I think, Travis. So we'll ask the president to come up for his parting message, closing statement. Travis Lynn.
Thanks, Pistols. Firstly, I'd like to take a moment to thank all the club presidents, the committee members of the clubs, the HFL board members, as well as all the family members involved with that. The time and energy and the passion that it takes to run footy clubs, footy leagues, it's nothing short of extraordinary, because it's like a full-time job on top of your normal job. So we're grateful for the sacrifices that you all put in for your clubs as well as the league. So thank you. A special mention to the Call of the Wild team. They're 1 year ahead of plan. We planned on having it next year, but we pushed it forward this year. So massive thank you to you guys. Your hard work has brought the league to where it is now with online and stuff like that. Massive thank you to Tomia. He's leading the charge with such high standards that he's put in there as a producer. The effort's nothing short of outstanding. So we're lucky to have you on board. So thank you, Tomia. Thanks to Pistols tonight for hosting. Fantastic job again. I love having you hosting this night, like having local knowledge about behind the scenes players and stuff like that. So massive thank you to Sam, putting this night together again, like all the PowerPoints, the hours of stuff that Sam does. She goes over and above what we expect of her and what we pay her. So we can't thank you enough, so thank you, Sam. The umpires, it's a vital role that you play in our league, week in, week out. You show up with professionalism and fairness, ensure the game's played in the right spirits. Your efforts often go unnoticed or have a negative way of getting to us, but tonight we want to acknowledge your efforts and thank you. So thank you, umpires. Got a select few of commissioners here as well, so your job's hard as well. I've been there before, I know what it's like, so if someone's in trouble, they come and see you guys, so it's not a fun job, but thank you for what you do for us. The sponsors, so the unwavering support that we got from our sponsors this year. Work Locker obviously has naming rights, the Courier, Sports Power as HFL sponsors. It's invaluable what they do for us or to allow us to grow. Ford Mount Barker, Hardcourts, Adelaide Hills and Lowe's Meats come on board this year for the first year for Call of the Wild, and what they've been able to provide us and to support the Call of the Wild team has been huge. They're our major sponsors for Call of the Wild, and they've signed on for next year as well, so thank you. It's a game changer the way that these guys have been able to stream our games and stuff like that. So they're forefront of community football, community sports of what they do. So Closey supermarkets have come on board for our final series this year as well. So it's the first time we've had Closey's come on, or anybody come on as a final series sponsor. So thank you to Closey's and for Ryan for getting that one as well. Congratulations to all the award winners tonight. Your achievements are well deserved. You should be incredibly proud of your efforts. To all the teams still in the finals, good luck in the coming weeks. And before I pass you back to Pistols for some closing nights, thank you for being here tonight. Please drive home carefully, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you, Travis. this stage, I think it'd be remiss if we didn't actually express a big thank you to Travis Lynn. Being the president of a football league is very difficult. You've got to try and appease everyone, clubs from right out there, here. Everyone's got their own little individual designs, but I think he does a pretty good job. So round of applause for Travis Lynn, please. All right, as Travis says, that's just about record time too, Travis, so we're doing pretty well. And well done to the Adelaide Hills Convention Centre. I think this is a fantastic venue, just passing my personal thanks, and the evening's run really smoothly, so thank you very much to them. As Travis said, all the recipients tonight, well done on the awards. The teams left in the fight for the finals, all the best for them. And that just about wraps it up, and as we say, keep chasing your goals. Good night and drive safely. Thank you.
All right, welcome back. 2025 HFL male medal count is done and dusted, and in the Division 1 it was Dylan Wimpress as Pistols outline. Dill, fantastic effort by you. Pistols has already had a chat to you about the night. How are the guys feeling heading into Saturday's contest, and what have you been up to the last couple of weeks leading up to it?
Yeah, pretty excited. Obviously, week off helps. Few sore boys after that big lofty game. So, no, we're ready, prepared. We trained pretty well. You know, we had Tuesday off, trained Thursday. The boys went up to Cullington, did a pretty grueling session on Saturday just to mimic some game stuff. So, the boys are prepared. We're ready. Yeah.
And did you check out your Adler on Saturday?
Yeah, had a little bit of a peak. Obviously, the 40-minute delay probably didn't help, but most of it helps it being that Nan. Most of the boys went down and watched, so I watched a live stream on the Sunday. Fortunately, you guys did a live stream on the Saturday. I was home with a little one, so yeah, had a little look.
Hey, who are some mentors for yourself over the journey? Like, who has really helped you craft your game into the best in the comp?
Yeah, look, everyone in Nan, everyone that I play with, obviously Clint, like I've had 5 years to do with him. Midfield, now my main coach. Dale, he's got the best out of me. He's kick-started from last year. But yeah, it's just about getting my body right. Like I said, doing a pre-season down at Crows obviously gives you that little bit extra percent to everyone else. So,
what did you learn down there?
I've been in the system for a little bit, so nothing too much, but it's just that extra fitness that you get, and you're in their environment. Like, I've been lucky enough to play some match team with the AFL boys, so that obviously helps.
Jaden?
Yeah, congratulations, Dylan. What's something you feel like you've improved on your football this season?
This season, probably my leadership. I got put into the leadership group this year, so just helping and bringing everyone else into the game as well, I reckon, yeah.
So do you feel like you lead by example? You're more of a vocal sort of leader?
A bit of both. Obviously lead by action. But yeah, definitely vocal is something that I've had to work on.
Yeah, and obviously, Pistol did say about 104 inside 50s, the most in the comp. So is that sort of something that you've always had in your game?
Yeah, I think I used to play wing and half back, so I probably didn't get too much of it as usual. But since moving into the midfield, I reckon in the middle of our grand final year, it's definitely been a strength of mine. And, Clint's always given me the licence to really go for it if I need to.
Yeah, and also, Damon Hill has been immense for Nan this season. 19 votes and tackling machine. How good is it to have him in your side?
Yeah, he's a superstar. I mean, he takes the pressure off me a little bit, especially in the midfield. Like, I just love watching him go to work. Sometimes I just sit back. But, he finished runner-up last year as well. So, he's been a superstar for us, and we're so glad he came.
Benny?
Just a final one. Any pre-game routine that you had the night before a game, or what you like to do on game day?
Not so much anymore. As long as I can sit down and watch Friday night footy, I'm pretty happy. But, things change. I've got a young family, so it's very hard to get a routine. But as long as I know I've prepped myself, do a little bit of stretching, watch the footy, eat well, and then I'm ready to go.
I know we really enjoy watching you play, so all the best for the finals and congratulations.
Excellent. Thanks for your coverage this year. You boys do a tremendous job, so we really appreciate it.
Male medalist, Dylan Wimpress.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Awesome.
Good stuff. Cheers. Thank you.
So tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride.